So we have a couple examples where we use this power rule of logs. So sometimes logarithms are called logs. They just are. Okay, so it says to expand this using the power rule of logs. And then you might look at it and say, well, what would I do? I don't have any powers. But you could write 25 as 5 squared. And that's what they want you to do. So it's log base 3 of 5 squared, but then bring the exponent down in front to log base 3 of 5. So back in the old days, they used to make us use logarithm tables, and all the math books at the back of the book had logarithm tables, and you would look up according to the base. So you'd look up on the base 3 table, you'd look up the logarithm of 5, and it would tell you what it was, accurate to 4 decimal places. Now, I'm not that old. We had, well, I'm pretty old, but we had calculators, but they just hadn't converted over to everybody using, these handheld calculators, and so we still were doing things with logarithm tables. There were certain principles that we got to use with those tables that we don't see anymore, which is unfortunate, but we've gotten to calculators. So your calculator has those values. It's like it has all those little logarithm tables inside it. Okay, just a historical note there. This one says rewrite, and then they have 4 ln(x). Now that's a natural log, right? Okay, so that's okay. We know the base is e, but we're just going to rewrite this using power rule of logs, and they want us to have a leading coefficient of 1, meaning they don't want the 4 there. So we want to put the 4 back up in the exponent spot. So we'll write natural log x to the 4th. Now you might have a question about the 4 being inside the parentheses or outside the parentheses. I'm going to say it doesn't really matter. I think it's a little bit clearer if you put it inside the parentheses, but sometimes they don't even put the parentheses, so then it wouldn't matter. Now, those 2 problems probably weren't super exciting, but we do this type of thing to inside other problems. So we want to get used to being able to use that power rule of logs, or the power property of logarithms.